Ebola outbreak is out of control. What's up, friends, and welcome back to InformOverload. I'm your pasta king, Johnny Rogers. If you happen to be new to the channel, we find the most interesting news stories on the internet and then we make them more entertaining. Plus, don't forget to stick around until the end because I will be answering some of your comments from previous videos. This is a terrifying and troubling story coming out of the Democratic Republic of the Congo that has people suffering from an Ebola outbreak starting to refuse medical help. 25-year-old Archip Kamua knows exactly the signs of Ebola, which can include things such as diarrhea, bleeding, and persistent fever. She, however, told The Guardian that even if she was experiencing those things, she would not go to a treatment center. She said, "I know that if I go, I'll die. All of my friends who go there don't come home, they die." Since August, there has been 1,340 confirmed cases of Ebola and 250 more since the start of April. So far, 874 people have died from this terrible outbreak, including Kamua's cousin and a friend's daughter. To make matters worse, doctors in the middle of this outbreak crisis are threatening to go on strike if their health workers are attacked again. That's right. The doctors trying to assist these patients are being attacked by a variety of armed groups. Couple that with a mistrust of government authorities and you have the doctors going on strike indefinitely. In one particular scenario that happened recently, an armed group charged a hospital in Butembo and ordered any foreigners to go home. Many who live in this area are putting the blame for the continued Ebola outbreak on foreigners entering their village. The attacks have been extremely violent and have even killed one of the team's epidemiologists from the World Health Organization. Just a few hours following that attack, another group armed with machetes attempted to burn down a treatment center. Health experts on the matter are warning that this disease is not under control and that in order to contain it, they need to have more secure treatment centers. The attacks began ramping up shortly after the government decided to suspend voting for the presidential election in the areas where Ebola is the worst. This transformed a health crisis into a political issue. Much like how in North America there are climate change deniers because it was made political, the same goes for the Congo. People began spouting propaganda that Ebola doesn't actually exist and that it's being used as a money-making scheme by doctors. Some of the public really do believe this narrative as well, which is causing more harm than good. A shopkeeper from Butembo had this to say: "Health workers want to make a lot of money. They don't want the virus to end." At least in this statement they're acknowledging it's real, but discounting the goodwill of these doctors trying to keep their community alive. Many people want to get help for this deadly disease, but are either politically swayed or are too terrified as to what will happen to them if they go to a treatment center. Either way, it's a scary time to live in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Because of the attacks, there have been police escorting patients into these facilities, which still doesn't guarantee your safety. Even a nurse who came into contact with an Ebola patient and then began experiencing the side effects herself refused to leave her home. Eventually, when her health finally deteriorated so much, she was taken to the health facility where she later died. Officials are working towards providing services that are better suited for the community. So in order to do that, they've implemented specialist Ebola care into existing government facilities such as health centers, private clinics, and even traditional healers. As of yet, the only treatment they have though is an experimental vaccine, which is believed to be very effective. It was offered to workers who are dealing with patients on the front line and anyone that they've come into contact with as well. However, it's always a roll of the dice when someone offers you an experimental vaccine. Like, hey, you're sick? Just take this. I don't know what's in it, but maybe it'll help. Like, what do you do? Many people are refusing it because of how much they distrust their government. The regional representative for Epicenter Africa had this to say: "The vaccine is not the magic bullet. We may use the second vaccine, but if there is still a distrust in the community, the outbreak will continue." We want to hear your thoughts on this story though, so comment down below with what you think the people of the Congo should do in this messy situation. Now let's check out some of your comments from the video titled "YouTuber Builds Working Computer Out of Pasta." Cuteness Queen says 1970, we'll have flying cars in the future. 2019, YouTuber makes computer out of pasta. I wonder what 2020 will bring, and I wonder what the people in 1970 will be thinking of this now. I mean, I'm sure we could just ask our parents. Theft TV says, of course it's going to work. The pasta is the damn case. I can shove my phone into a watermelon and do the exact same thing. Well then do that, bro. Tell me if your phone works if you shove it into a watermelon. I don't think it's gonna work. I'd still like to see it though. Dreadlock Gary says, don't you just hate when you see a comment and think, I wish I commented that? All the time. You have no idea, Dreadlock Gary. You nailed it with that one though. Geometry Dash Arcticat says, telling from the title, Charlotte equals Potato Queen, Johnny equals Pasta King. I guess that's my new name, just via whatever the title said in that video. I think we changed it though. Pasta King's still here. Alex says, what do you call a fake noodle? An impasta. I've heard it before, but it's still a good one, and I'm always welcoming to any puns that you guys put in the comments below. And thank you for watching Inform Overload. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. If you want any more videos like this one, just click that playlist when it pops up on the side of the screen. And if you find any news stories that you want us to cover, send us a DM to the Inform Overload Instagram page. And if we like it, you may just see your story on our channel. From Inform Overload, I'm Johnny Rogers. Until next time, take care.